Breakdowns will bankrupt you, especially the DPF crap. I'll talk about that real quick. I had a 2014 Cascadia DD15 motor. Hated that damn truck. I'm gonna tell you right now, I know many men, they have gone basically belly up and bankrupt due to DPF issues. I took my truck to the Freightliner shop. I said it in another video, and man, it was there for almost a week and a half, and they could not figure out the problem, y'all. And that was with the DPF system, and it was their software, their tech, and their truck and their motor, and they still couldn't figure it out. Sorry ass mechanics at the Freightliner, to be honest, at least 5 years ago. I will never go back to any dealership for any kind of repairs whatsoever. Anyways, so breakdowns will cost you. I mean, I remember one time I had to rebuild my motor, and I was on the low, right? My bank account was almost at zero. That's the worst part about it. It's a sick feeling when your truck goes down, especially in the oil field. If you don't know, we're out here in West Texas. It's the desert. It's rough and rugged. I mean, we hauling heavy. We rocking and rolling. We working, many days, many nights. It's like nothing else. It's the wild, wild west. And to be honest, if you're over the road trucker, you got it made. With all due respect, I'll say that, you rode on that highway, man, you rode on that buttery, smooth concrete asphalt, right? We're out here in lease roads. We're out here in roads that are built with caliche, hard rock, hard dirt, compacted, mud, cattle guards, rocks, animals. There's all kinds of hazards out here. And you're driving down these roads, these makeshift roads that they build, and, heavy, 80,000 pounds, 90,000 pounds rolling, sand haulers everywhere, four-wheelers, hazards, like I said. So in the West Texas oil field, your equipment is going to go through the ringer straight up. So yeah, we make good money, but with the good money is going to come a lot of repairs, big money repairs. So like I said, you're out there, just mobbing, making money, working hard, and you're out there in the, in the climate and temperature and the terrain of the desert, to say the least. And like I said, you're out there, you're heavy, you're loaded, you're trying to make money, and it is tough. Working in the oil field compared to anything else is tough. Being on the blacktop, it's a godsend. Whenever they send you on a lease and you got 2, 3, 4, 5 miles of straight up caliche lease road that ain't been taken care of by the rancher, the farmer. He's out there. Sometimes they get a machine and they'll freaking mess up the road to make it to where all you do is shake the whole damn time because the rancher ain't getting the cut of the leases, or he's just being an a-hole, or they even got speed traps and radars, and they'll fine you $500 for getting off the lease road. All kinds of shenanigans, y'all. It's crazy out here on a lease road in West Texas. I probably should make a video about that. But the point, what I'm trying to say now is, in the oil field, you're going to make good money, but your truck and trailer is going to take a beating because it's going down that lease road, 50% of the time minimum, at least, probably if not more. And you're just rocking. Think about it. That truck and trailer is just rocking all day. Keep it greased, right? But it's your suspension, your alignment. I mean, I got to get alignment probably every less than 6 months, what I should be doing. Your tires, it's a bunch of wear and tear in the oil field, and these breakdowns can accumulate to big money and big bucks, and they can bankrupt you quick, fast. Like I said, I've had situations where, my motor went out on my 60 series motor, and I spent about $14,000. That's on the low end of rebuilding the motor. Thank God I got about 250,000 miles on it already. Bad boy running hard. That's why I like these older trucks, right? You try to rebuild a DD15, that's 20,000 minimum, and those are so delicate, who knows if they'll even last. But the point is, having your bank account almost hitting zero, and having a $15,000 repair bill, that's how it goes. The other day I was hauling a load and I broke the spider. I don't know exactly what it's called, the spider that goes in my differential. I was loaded, and something happened with my transmission. A part broke with my linkage, and I tried to put it in gear like a dumbass, and it broke the spider, and my differential, got messed up as far as the top gears or whatever. So I had to get a tow. That was $800. I actually got a deal, I think, because the guy's pretty cool, Florida resident that lives here now. I think got a pretty good deal with Neil Pool. They told me from Andrews to Midland about $800. Mechanic was about almost $2,000. Probably about $1,800, so got me pretty good. And the parts were about $1,000 for the spider, the whole kit to rebuild that top end of the differential. I forgot what it's actually called, the power divider, something like that kit. It was $1,000. So I was looking at about $3,500 repair bill, in one day, right? And then think about the load I lost. Thank God it happened on my days off, so I didn't lose any revenue because it was my last load of the day. I lost the load, and I lost with the repairs and the toll bill. But thankfully, it was only $3,500, which is still a lot of money, and that hurt, especially right now when it's kind of slow. Well, to be honest, it's up and down, to be honest. Some days they call in a lot of loads. Today I got an extra load. Some days you only get 2 or 3 loads. It just depends. Right now we're in a bad time due to the elections and end of the year, all that budgeting. So it is, it's not as balls to the wall and big money bags like it usually is. But like I said, imagine having a breakdown, 3,500, 5,000, 15,000, and you ain't got it. A lot of guys are out here living big paycheck to big paycheck, or even small paycheck to small paycheck, owner operators, truckers, y'all. I'm gonna be completely honest. I made a video about a woman that's, getting into the game, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you better have you in the oil field minimum, and this is probably a good rule of thumb for anybody with the truck, but I say in the oil field minimum 20,000. You better have you $20,000 available cash cushion for any, unforeseen repairs or breakdowns you may have. I say 20,000 minimum. You want to make some money, it's gonna cost some money, and I'm telling you, them bills could creep up pretty quick on you, especially if you have a family. I have an S corp, and maybe I'll do a video about that, how I do my payroll. I do 401k, profit sharing, all that with my payroll company. I'm the employee and the employer and the owner, whatever you want to call it, and I got to cut a payroll check every month to myself, goes to my wife, basically, to our household. And that payroll check got to come. That's the main thing that's important to me and my family. And how do you make payroll if you got an account with no money or little to no funds, and then you have a big old breakdown? See what I'm saying? These bills can stack up fast. I mean, I know a lot of y'all probably know what I'm talking about, but some of you young guys or new owner operators, it ain't a game. A major breakdown can really put you out of business. I've seen some guys, it's happened to them. I've seen one guy, he had a nice old Peterbilt. A year later, I talked to the guy again, man. He had to go out of business. He had to go back to being a company driver because he couldn't fix the problem. He kept chasing a freaking issue with this truck. Electronics, DPF, I don't know. That's why I don't like these newer trucks, y'all. I love an older truck. The kinks are usually worked out by the time, I got my hands on it, especially with the mechanics and the Facebook groups and all the, all the info you can get out there in the world. It's better and easier to find it on a truck. This is 2005, 2000 year model truck compared to a 2018, 2020 Cascadia, right? I mean, damn, they barely even learning how to even work on those, in my opinion. So like I said, major breakdowns can really break you down, and it hurts, y'all. It's a bad feeling. That's one of the worst things that I got to say about being an owner operator is the costs associated with trucking, and especially in particular with this video, the breakdowns, because the breakdowns come when you least expect it. You're having a good day and boom, something happens. You just like, damn, and it's always good to plan for it. By having money stacked up, like I said, having your little $20,000, $10,000 cushion in the bank or available, that's going to help you right in the long run, because last thing you want to do is be running around with little to no money in your bank account and breakdown. Then you can't work. Like I said, my buddy had to give up his truck or quit being an owner operator because he couldn't afford to keep fixing his truck, to keep throwing money at a pit. These trucks they're money pits, y'all, straight up. That's why you got to make a lot of money. In the oil field, these trucks are money pits. You got to keep throwing money at them. And the thing that kind of sucks about it is it gets you trapped in this somewhat of a lifestyle / work career, because you make good big checks, but man, the breakdowns are big bucks too. So think about it. You might have a big old $5,000, $10,000 bill, breakdown, came out the wazoo, and you make decent money, and there you are trying to scrounge up money to pay off your mechanic and get back to work. It's happened to me before when my funds have been real low, waiting on an insurance check or waiting on some kind of some kind of check from somebody. It happens like that sometimes. When I first started out here, I need to do a video about that. When I first started, I had to work 30 days plus, about 35, 40 days with no revenue, because I wasn't going to do no factoring, and I was able to pay for my diesel on my own, and if you did factoring with this one guy, you had to do it the whole time you were leased on to him, and they take off like 2, 3, 4% extra. I wasn't going for it, you know? So I learned to be self-sufficient from day one. But man, I had to go about 35, 40 days until the loads get processed, and then they get sent off, and then they pay, and then you get the check. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes payroll can take over a month to get it, especially if you're not doing factoring. I've never done factoring. I've always been self-sufficient. I've never used nobody's diesel card. I got my own diesel card, and there's something they might not tell you about. Once you get leased onto a company, you start using their diesel card, you start using the factoring to get the money coming in. Yeah, it's a good way to get the ball rolling. But before you know it, you're just on a damn chain and ball hooked to a company forever. You're always dependent on them, not me. My truck and trailer's paid off. I got my own fuel card. I could drop this lease right now with this. I'm leased on this company. I can go down the road and just start working, and I got money saved up to keep the ball rolling. But some people can't afford to do that, especially when you have breakdowns, y'all. These are things they don't really talk about. You know, breakdowns can bankrupt you and really put you in the hole. And I've seen many men, you know, go down due to a bad breakdown, y'all, that they cannot just cover. It's just what it is. So anyways, that's what I want to do, is a quick video on breakdowns in West Texas, how they can affect you. It's horrible. It sucks, especially when you get a breakdown and you have a sorry mechanic. You know, there's a lot of factors to this, y'all, and this is how it is trucking in the oil fields of West Texas. You run hard, you make big checks, but with that comes a lot of wear and tear on your equipment, and with that comes a lot more maintenance, a lot more money into everything. Brakes, you know, S-cam bushings, you know, tires. I mean, that's how it is in the oil fields of West Texas. You make big checks, but at the same time, you got big bills for breakdowns and parts. And that's how it is. With that, y'all, I'm out of here. Later.